A few years back, if you told me I'd pine for a small electric hatchback with funky retro future styling, I'd laugh in your face. But here in the now, I happily admit that I would absolutely love the Honda E as a daily driver. The style is awesome, the interior is amazing, and the size is perfect for whipping through traffic on the local freeway. But no, there is no option for me to purchase a Honda E here in the States because this one is forbidden fruit. When you say your styling is inspired by a car from 1973, that's usually not the best thing to lead off with. At least for American cars, as that's when things started to blend the worst elements from otherwise great machines of the 60s into finding the designs that would bring us into the early 80s. But for a certain Japanese car, the looks worked. I'm talking about the Honda Civic, or CVCC. That was a game changer for the brand, and the Civic has served as a design compass for the decades to follow. So for the Honda E, the automaker looked to its past to figure out its funky, spunky electric future. The Honda E has a face that's downright cute. The wheels are awesome, the rear end echoes the looks of the front, and the entire package is endlessly appealing. That's before you open the door and see the amazing interior. Of course, the first thing you'll notice is the massive screen. It incorporates the digital gauge cluster and then a pair of 12-inch screens to the side of that, all blended nicely into what feels like a monolithic display space. And you'll need the screen since the Honda E doesn't use traditional side mirrors, but side cameras instead, which are legal in Europe and Japan. Even more interesting and fun is the fact that the screens can display a digital aquarium when you're parked. As for the driving dynamics, the Honda E isn't overly powerful, but it's not tremendously heavy as far as EVs go either. There's a small 35.5 kilowatt hour battery pack that powers either a 134 horsepower model or a 152 horsepower version. And the heaviest model is around 3,400 pounds. There's also 232 pound-feet of torque on tap, so this little EV hash can scoot easily enough. The chassis layout enables a 50-50 weight distribution, and the weight is set nice and low. The rear wheels dole out the power, and you have a McPherson set up front and rear. Those who've driven it say the steering feel is good, the ride is nicely damped, and the tight turning circle means navigating tight streets is a breeze. Range isn't huge, which is part of the reason why Honda thinks it wouldn't sell well here. The overall estimate is 100 miles. Though that sounds small, it's more than enough for an urban machine, or if it's your daily commuter and you have a second car for longer trips. Add in the fact that this is priced well under 40 grand based on current exchange rates and before any theoretical tax rebates for which it would qualify, and you have an adorable little EV runabout with an awesome interior, solid driving dynamics, and attractive curb appeal. I can picture one parked in my driveway, sitting on some rotiform wheels with a rack for my bike on the back, and I can only picture it in my head, not in real life, because the Honda E here in the States is forbidden fruit.